You know what time it is. It's time for me to hop in the stool.
Welcome to the process where we learn how to love it. Every video starts with a plan, okay? You gotta know what you're doing, right? Once you know that, you can get to shooting and have all the fun. Now, planning is one thing, but execution, listen, some shots go according to plan and some shots don't make it at all. And if you're shooting with me, you'll find me asking you, do I look cute or do I look dumb? And these are questions I need answers, because if I don't, who will? Anyways, I only have 14 days to finish this entire project, so let's get into it.
Jamie's a working man.
This is my friend Jamie, aka It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Of course, always.
I'm not even actually like videoing this experience, but maybe you should make an appearance on my vlog.
Oh, yeah, like the process of making it.
No, I wasn't gonna do that, but
Yeah, this is future Kamri. Sorry, but we're doing it anyway.
you should just be on here anyway. It's freezing. It's so cold.
So, like I said earlier, some shots go great, some don't make it at all. And after this whole night shoot, only maybe 3 seconds of it made it into the final edit. But I mean, hey, that's how it goes. At the end of the day, I appreciate spending the time with my friend, and hey, it's all the journey, it's all the process, and it's something to learn from. So I think I just want this shot like this, like on the grid line here.
Like a still?
Yeah, but or a still you can start with this, but I really want it to like come out like that. Shooting days are a little bit of everything. They're fun, they're exhausting, and unpredictable. There's this rush of making sure that you get all your shots, and then there are these small moments in between where you're able to bond with your friends or your crew, because you're getting hazed. It's work, but it's also play. There's this strange mix of focus and chaos, of waiting and rushing. And if you're on a production set, they typically like to say, hurry up and wait. In 1 second, you're laughing with your friends or your crew.
Coming up.
And then suddenly it's the end of the day and you're staring at your monitor, wondering if you need just one more take. And somehow by the end of it, you've built something out of nothing. I mean, all the little ideas that were just floating around your head have now come to life. And that's the beauty of it. That is really what creation is all about.
Today I am recovering from feeling sick, and I was just in prayer, and I asked God how I should spend my day today, because I quite frankly don't know what to do. I don't feel like editing. I don't feel like reading your word. I don't feel like all the things that I feel in my head are productive things. I just simply flat out stated, like, God, I don't want to do them. So what should I do today? Now I'm about to have a whole freaking studio session. I'm supposed to be resting. But I just can't get away. I just can't stop. One, two. Like, is my voice even good enough to be doing a voiceover right now? I don't know.
Some projects just make you forget about everything else. You don't care if you're sick, tired, or hungry. You just want to create. And when you have that momentum, make sure you stick with it, use it, and build upon it.
Let's do one more just in case. I really shouldn't even be doing. I mean, I said I should be doing this, but I don't know. This is just like what I'm like wanting to do now, and I'm kind of happy about it. Like, yay, we have energy. Okay, I think that's it. Yay! I think.
Why, hello there, darling. I know I sound like, who did it and why? I put on this hat because I don't want to be seen in my headscarf. I look like the guy on TikTok who's always under the covers, Speedy. I wanted to say something. I can't really remember. It's a really beautiful thing when, despite being sick, despite not feeling well, despite being tired, mentally, physically, all the things, you still have a desire to get up and do something, to get up and live. Like, to get up and walk in your purpose. That's an amazing thing. And if you can do that and relate to that, don't take that for granted. Because it's like, despite all odds, I gotta keep going. Like, I can't stop. I can't stop. Okay, I'm gonna get off because I'm starting to look like a cracky. I'm starting to look like something strange. I'm starting to look like a confused farmer. So, bye guys.
I am really trying my hardest to finish filming this concept video. I don't know if I'm just like not feeling it or I'm just not in the mood. I don't know, but I am just like the pressure is getting worse. I don't know. I just feel like I just need to do it, be done with it so that I can move on to the next thing because it's not doing me any good by just like holding on to this. Editing a vlog, easy. I can do whatever I want. There's no rules, just vibes. Editing a concept video, yeah, now that's different because there's a vision to match. There's a structure to follow. There are certain rules that fit into what makes this genre. It's not about what feels right. It's about what fits, I guess. And for me, that's when it starts feeling less like creating and more like solving a puzzle with missing pieces. So what happens when the vision isn't clicking in the editing process? When the puzzle isn't quite coming together? Well, you stare at the screen, you move clips around, you sigh, and you struggle. I am really trying to convince myself that this project is still savable and doable and worth finishing. And you know what? Even if it's not, we're doing it. Even if I think it's not what it should be, we're still gonna do it anyway. So at this point, when the love isn't there, discipline has to kick in, motivation has to kick in, affirmation has to kick in. Come on, Kamri, you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this. I am really requiring a lot of motivation for this. I can do this. I will do this. I am doing this. Okay, let's now do this. I see so many things that are wrong. It just looks more like a music video than it does a film. I know that probably won't really make sense to a lot of you, but I'm missing certain shots that make it look cinematic versus musical. That's how I'm looking at it as. You know what? I need to change my perspective on what I'm doing because you guys don't know that. Only I know that. And only I know what it is that I wanted it to be. And now that it's no longer that, I'm more like in my process of mourning, I'm saying that it's horrible and that it's bad. And I'm like losing energy and motivation to want to edit. But I shouldn't have that attitude because you guys don't know that. You don't even know what it was supposed to be. And two, I need to read my own book and relearn how to live in the moment and accept what the present is and not dwell on the past or what I thought something was going to be, because this is just what it is right now. And if I'm not going to do anything to change it, i.e. reshoot, then I need to not complain and just work with what I have and be okay with that. And I can still mourn and like process my feelings around it. But once I'm done with that, I need to then move forward. And wow, this is such a revelation for me. I am really unpacking a lot right now. Wow, I feel lighter already and like I want to edit. I am now deciding to vlog this process because a little birdie told me to. I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be, but I just hope that you guys do better than me, learn from me, and learn what not to do. Not necessarily what to do, but what not to do. Don't stall. I'm back. It is day 6, day 7, day 8. I feel good. I feel a lot better today going into editing. I watched it for the first time and it's really not as bad as I was thinking it was. It had its like moments, but I think getting the intro done is just priority because I need to move on. All right. So. Check. Love sees. No, love stops. Yeah. Others walk past. We move through it. We move through it. It moves through us. Some call it inspiration. Others call it longing. Between maybe love is meant to be felt in the quiet and the stillness between conversations. I see. But what happens when love doesn't just... What happens when love just inspire? I'm recording nothing. I'm recording none of this. Oh, why is this so hard? I need someone to mix and master my throat. Jesus. And for the 4th time in forever, love is the inspiration to round. What is happening? As soon as I start talking, it's brushstrokes and attention, waiting to be understood. I think I'm an hour into editing, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting distracted so many times throughout this whole process. I think I know why this hasn't been fun is because I don't have the music. I did not score Act 1 yet, and so I have not been cutting with music in mind. I've just been like laying things down and kind of like cutting to what makes sense to me, but it's not giving. It just does not feel alive. It's not color graded. Everything is ashy. Like, so I guess I'm gonna move on to what I think is probably gonna be the hardest part, which is finding a song that'll go to Act 1 that blends with the song in the intro. It's like, this is one of those moments where I just feel like, what am I doing? All right, let's figure it out. We have to get done. We have to push through. This is like sneaking in your window. So while I thought this was going to be the hardest part, it ended up not being that hard at all. I actually found the song much quicker than what I thought. And you know what? This usually happens whenever I'm finding music for a video, and it just somehow matches perfectly. Just somehow, some way. And this was one of those times. I'm not mad at this. This goes perfect. I love when this happens. It's day 10, I think, and I am actually tired as heck. My overall sentiments towards this project are pretty good, but one thing that I am concerned about is my relationship to the creative process, how I'm actively showing up. I don't know that my habits, actions, workflow is healthy. Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of figuring it out. So like I said, I am really figuring it all out. I don't know what the best things are to do, but I'm not gonna lie, this whole project wore me out. This like 3.5 minute project had me out cheer, okay? I have been filming, editing, doing more edit, like all of the things over a little project that ain't nobody told me to do. You know, you see those videos of those people doing like extreme sports and people are in the comments like, you know, the best part about this is that you don't have to do it. That's how I felt. But it's still something that's really fun for me. I'm the type of person that creates art for themselves first, obviously keeping my audience in mind, embracing them and acknowledging them and honoring them. But I ain't about to be no slave for y'all, okay? If you feel like you have healthy habits or workflows in your creative process, please do share them. Comment below what they are. I am more than welcoming on hearing them, and I'm sure a lot of people will find them helpful as well. Welcome back. It is day, I don't know. So before I edit, I usually like to watch what I've done thus far and take notes. So on one of my notes, I have that I want to look at this speed ramp at this certain part, and it's just not... Long story short, I'm not in love with it. So let's take a look. This is what I'm working with, is this part right here. Like that just does not, it just makes me scratch my head, you know, like what's happening? So we need to fix that, and so that I don't create a timing change, I'm gonna copy this bit, right? So this is all the same cut. So this layer now becomes my working copy, and this is like my guide, if you will. I don't like it. It's these little moments that I feel can make or break your project. And I know it may not seem like a big deal, but this is in the intro, so I had to get it right, and nothing was working. Honestly, I was getting so frustrated, like, oh my gosh, trying to customize all the different speed timings. And remember, I only have 14 days to do this whole thing, and I think I'm on like day 12 at this point, so I had to figure it out, and eventually I did. I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. Wow. Okay. Tell me what you think it should be, because I don't know. I feel like I at first thought maybe I should go with this option A, but I'm kind of liking option B. Let's look at both of them. Okay, so this is what we had originally, just to refresh your minds. Like there's hardly any musicality in that, and I'm just not loving it, and I'm sure you can see why. Like, so now it looks like this. You get it. I'm like opening my eyes on the t. And then this is a completely different, we reworked edit that I wasn't even thinking about. I was messing around. And you still have the musicality of the eyes, but I'm kind of liking B. Yeah, I'm kind of liking B. I don't know, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I think I'm gonna go with B, but okay, cool. Well, what are we, 3 hours later? I finally am done with the first draft. This editing session is going swell. Oh my god. At this point, I was one step away from being done with this project. All I had left to do was color grade. As I was preparing my timeline for the colorist, this happened. It completely disappeared. It would not load. I waited hours and it still would not load. And I only had less than 72 hours to be done with this project to meet my goal. So what did I do? Believe it or not, I had to recreate my entire timeline to send it to the colorist. It was not easy, but I did it. I got it done. I sent it over. He sent me back his first draft. I sent him back my notes. He sent me back a second draft and I sent him back more notes, and then thus we had a final draft. And man, I just want to say that finding people who work similarly to you is just, it is pure bliss, because it's like you speak the same language and they just get it. The final edit is finally done. We have a picture lock, guys. It's happening. Yes, I managed to finish in time. And if you want to watch the 3-minute video that gave me all the stress, be sure to click the video on the screen. And whatever you're creating on your end, just remember that you got this because God's got you.